Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the home of the Rice Owls, where we are anticipating a full house of fans who give a hoot. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Syracuse will kick off and will be underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start. Five. They'll run the toss. Breaks into the open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rice.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's long. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Leaves it with the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. The play action fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that 1st down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early.
Oh, he's got some space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they certainly finished it in style with a 71-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete out of the backfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
To the come up, but those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Off play action on first down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
A strike downfield. Makes the grab, and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Syracuse right back at it.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. The short hands, it's McFadden. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Just keep slinging it. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the catch. It's McFadden. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. New set of downs after the completion. Now on the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays when I can be physical and really make him feel me.
Got some room headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cuse. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The option look. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Rice rushes to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Got the back over the middle. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan. Unleashes one deep. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
Man, and that's great defense. Break on the football. Make sure they don't get the touchdown, but those are the opportunities you have to just pull that in, make the big play, stop the bleeding. They've had a long drive, and really shift that momentum back to your offense.
The Owls come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the back. They go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Brings up second down.
The Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the option. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try the toss to the left. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rice.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Surely they're going to kick this thing away. Tied in the second quarter, they're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Cook. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's James. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Looking for space. It's James. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Inside the 40. Past the 30. The 10. Touchdown Owls. The defense putting points on the board.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Caught near the sticks. It's Ross. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Looking downfield on first down. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The sure hands, it's Jackson.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking downfield very late in the half. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Rice ready to kick off and get things started here in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change it.
Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the football.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a 1st down for this offense.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Catch in the middle. It's Cook. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He's looking to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Orange. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll send the back in motion. The toss sweep to the right. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
And the Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. That keeps the running game churning. Pickup of 5 to the 23. Rice rushes to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. That's caught. It's Jackson. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Owls! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Looking to scramble. Rolling right and going deep. Catch inside the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Syracuse.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the option. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
To the air on first down. Heel off one deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And how about this defense? Really answering the challenge so far today. This offense, you've seen like last week. I mean, they can throw for touchdowns and big yards and big chunk plays. Defense has answered the call, played the deep ball well, played discipline, making this offense really earn everything they get.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the option. He'll keep it himself. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it to the back. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Bunch formation for these receivers. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. On the option. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. Try to get it to the edge. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
4th down coming up.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Jackson. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Going to take a shot on second and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Witherspoon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quarterback in trouble, just dump it right in the gut. Don't make him reach for it. Just put it right on the body of the fullback.
Yeah, Reese, you got to be real accurate when you throw to these guys. Not the biggest catch radius, let's just say. Moving forward, though, I think we're going to see this fullback play a big role in this offense.
Snap from the gun on third down. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Rice rushes to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it.
Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Well, I love the play call late in the fourth quarter now. You're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Arkansas is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's been running hog wild since the opening kickoff. They're up by 34 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Rice takes over, the Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. He might want another play. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Out of the backfield, he's open. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Rice will try to move the chains on 4th down. Motion from the back. They'll run for it. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Owls. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. And getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's long. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Trying play action. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's taking a deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute second situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Sends it back in motion. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Toss to the outside. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. They'll send the back in motion. Goes to the option. It's a fumble.
All right, offense, it's your turn. We got to get something together here. You got to get 2 scores, so they got to work fast. Defense, we just did our job. We just got you the ball back. I know there's still a long way to go, but got to make something happen really quickly.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cuse.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. From the gun. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, but will it stand? There is a flag down. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
On the double. Jackrabbit.
Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.